Gate 2 of Cosmic 2 is also negative volition gate. But whereas Gate 2 of Cosmic 1 is not antagonism towards truth, it is simply negligence of Bible doctrine. Gate 2 is negative volition in terms of hatred towards Bible doctrine. We're talking about the believer here. Yes, the unbeliever is also in the cosmic system, but we're talking about the believer here, who's going to be saved, who has the imputed plus R of God, and nothing can revoke that plus R, and he's going to be up in heaven with us when we die. But here on earth, he's not executing the plan of God. He's not using 1 John 1:9, and he's not learning doctrine. So he's here, and boom, here. You can get into both of these immediately, especially if you deny a doctrine. You hear a doctrine, say the doctrine of the pre-tribulation rapture, or the doctrine of the hypostatic union. You deny it, immediately you jump into Gate 1, Cosmic 1, Gate 1, Cosmic 2, Gate 2, Gate 2 Cosmic 1, and also Gate 2 Cosmic 2. So you can jump into both cosmic dynaspheres immediately at the same time. So this is negative volition in terms of hatred towards the truth. Gate 3 of Cosmic 2, this is the gate of degeneracy, social degeneration. And now, whenever you see social degeneration, we just always think about, oh, these guys and these homosexuals out in the street with their LGBT flags, marching out in the street, marching in leather, thongs, etc. And it's not just that. Yes, it includes that, but it's not just that. We've seen that the sin nature is not only lasciviousness on one side, or antinomianism, but it's also legalism and asceticism. So social degeneration, so let's put here the legalists, the ascetics, these are the do-gooders, el niño bueno, the Miss Goody Two-Shoes, the one who joins causes and legitimate causes, and he's very self-righteous about it. He behaves himself, he's very sanctimonious, he wants to change, many times he wants to change the world, he wants to change people. On this side, we have lasciviousness and antinomianism, and these are the immoral types. Here you have the criminal, here you have the drug addict, you have those that are very evident. It's evident that they are degenerate. The self-righteous type, on the other hand, is not very evident, but yes, he can be degenerate as well. Remember, as your arrogance increases, here's your normal ego, and as your arrogance increases and you think more about yourself, higher about yourself, more pomposity, more self-importance, etc., to the extent that it increases, you become degenerate. And this degeneracy, this arrogance, goes both ways. It goes both in the realm of the area of the trend of the self-righteous type or the immoral type. So here we have moral degeneracy, and here we have immoral degeneracy. So social degeneration, yes, includes those that are evident, those immoral types, but they are also the moral types. What do we find here right now in the United States? We find a lot of those in the immoral stage, and yes, you see all these things, and teaching all our children LGBTQ, and want to make them homosexuals at such an early age. Yes, that's true, and that's evil. But at the same time, you find those reacting on that side and trying, especially Christians, and trying to get involved and become activists, become crusaders. And we've seen this gate in in Cosmic 1, which is the self-righteous gate. And the self-righteous gate includes crusader arrogance. And they join causes, and they're tired, they get involved, and they try to become activists and civil disobedience and etc., instead of executing the plan of God. Instead of using 1 John 1:9, learning doctrine, and giving that problem to God, asking God about it. No, they go through their own human strengths, by their own human strengths, and they join a cause, and they try to change the world. You cannot change anything. And so this is a lesson to us as well. For us who we see, and that we kind of, it hurts, when you see all that immoral degeneracy, we're in danger of getting into moral degeneracy by getting involved, by becoming activists. And so that's what's happening right now. You find all this immoral degeneracy on the other one side, and you find moral degeneracy by Christians on the other side. None of them are executing the plan of God, and all by their strength, they're just joining and trying to change the world. Gate 4 of Cosmic 2 is anti-establishment gate, and we know what the laws of divine establishment is. In fact, this one leads to social degeneracy. The laws of divine establishment are very important for the protection of freedom, the protection of privacy, property, and the sanctity of life. And when the laws of divine establishment are not honored, then you find all this criminality in the country. We've seen gate 6, the criminal arrogance. Criminal arrogance, yes, here, anti-establishment in terms of hatred towards the truth. And in order for us Christians to advance in the plan of God, we need a country to be able to honor the laws of divine establishment. If not, there's not going to be any freedom for us. Okay, gate 5 is, these are only about 8 gates. Gate 5 is the demonism gate. Now, for the believer, he cannot be demon possessed, but he can be demon influenced. This is his body, this is his soul. Demon possession is to the unbeliever, and that involves the indwelling of the unbeliever's body by a demon. But demon influence, on the other hand, is the influence of the soul by a demon through demon doctrine, demon telepathy, transference of thought. The believer can only be influenced by demons instead of his soul. The unbeliever can both be possessed by a demon inside of his body or influenced inside of his soul by a demon through demon doctrine and demon thoughts, etc. And today you find a lot of people who are demon possessed. And when you think about a demon possessed person, and no, it's not like the exorcist type that walks upside down the stairs bleeding from its mouth. No, it's not necessarily that. It could be a super sweet person who's a great conversationalist, very personable, and gets along with everyone, and everyone seeks him and likes him. Even that person. It could be a self-righteous person who seems to do everything correctly. That person could be demon possessed. Satan is very self-righteous as well. Remember that. Demonism gate. And then you also have gate 6, and this is the gate of panaceas, solutions. And this does not have to be only personal. Yes, it is personal, but it's also collective, to seek solutions to the problems apart from God. Socialism, communism is a panacea. And you can see the terrible disaster that they caused to the millions and millions of deaths, poverty, etc. When you try to interfere with the laws of divine establishment, thinking that your ideas are much greater than anything God has created, you're in trouble. You're about to create a lot of problems. And you can get cute and creative about your ideas, but if they're against the laws of divine establishment, they must be out. So yes. Also, I don't know, taking away the money from the rich and giving it to the poor, as if the poor, that's going to solve the problem of poverty. Eliminating poverty. You're never ever going to eliminate poverty. The best thing you can do is to allow free market enterprise to run its course and let the rich become rich, and do not hinder the poor from entering the market. Yes, there's such thing as charity, which is a wonderful thing because everyone uses their volition to donate money and to give to charities, and that's wonderful because you're not forcing anyone to do it. And that's a wonderful thing. There's organizations, etc., that help out, but panaceas that cancel that contradict the laws of divine establishment, that's a solution apart from God. What else do we have here? And this gate 7 is the gate of cosmic speculation. Now you recall on gate 10 of cosmic 1, this is the gate of irrationality and rationality. Irrationality is those who are controlled by their emotions, those sentimental types that are always looking for an emotional kick. And they cannot think. They're always thinking with their emotions. And those are the Pentecostal types, lifting their hands and I felt the tingly feeling. I feel the Holy Spirit right now going through my arms, not being able to interpret neurotransmitter functions. Well, so That's the emotional type, but there's on the other side of the same coin, in gate 10, is the rational type, and those who uh, give in to academic speculation as well. Again, they're not antagonists towards doctrine, but they've prioritized academic speculation, and they've tried to reconcile the Bible with all these philosophies, etc. They emphasize them more. They give more of their time to study these academic things instead of Bible doctrine. So it's not hatred, but here it is hatred towards the truth. Academic speculation in terms of hatred towards the truth. And a lot of these so-called militant atheists, a lot of them, they were believers in the past. They're believers who are very much in the cosmic system. They say they don't believe in God, they hate God, and they use their IQ and all their speculations to go against Bible and God. And then gate 8, we have to add this, and this is the gate of evil. Now, evil is the whole thing. Evil is Satan's policy. Going back to the garden, the garden of the tree of knowledge of good and evil, that was Satan's policy. He lived the same thing. He'd rejected God. So, and when he rebelled against God, he created his own system of good and evil to justify his rebellion. When he seduced the woman, he was telling her, you will not die, you will be like God. And he was trying to get her to follow the same footsteps as he did. And then Adam follows suit. And now we have the sin nature, which is that policy inside of our genetic structure. Us, we have temptation coming from the inside, which is the sin nature. We have temptation coming from the outside, which is Satan and company, the demon boys. And we have temptation coming from the circumstances of life. Adam and the woman, they did not have a sin nature. All the temptation was external, Satan and the circumstances of life. Us, we now have that internal temptation, sin nature.